Hey everyone, and welcome to our ELA lesson. Today we're going to make a prediction, we're going to listen to a story, we're going to identify the details in that story, and then have a vocabulary talk about the word feel. So let's go ahead and get moving. This story is called The Creaky Bed. So I want you to take a second and think about something that you predict might happen. So remember, let's take a look at all the pictures that we see. Let's take a look at the title, The Creaky Bed. So go ahead and stop and think. What do you think this story is going to be about? Can you make a prediction? Go ahead and pause me if you need a little bit more time, okay? Very good. Now, if I see the title, The Creaky Bed, and I see a mouse, a cat, and a dog, my prediction is that this story is going to have a creaky bed, but also it's going to have some animals in it. So let's go ahead and listen to the story and see if any of our predictions are right. But don't forget, you need to make sure that you are focusing and listening and using your self-talk to ignore any distractions so you can really listen for some details in this story and remember what happened. So let's listen and focus. Are you ready? The Creaky Bed. One day, Rosita decided to play under Grandpa's bed. But as she played, the bed creaked. "Yikes!" shouted Rosita. Grandma said, "Don't be scared, Rosita. This bed is old and it creaks. That's all." So Rosita took her little brother, Pablito, to play under the bed. But as they played, the bed creaked. "Yikes!" shouted Rosita. "Yo!" yelled Pablito. And Grandma said, "Don't be scared, Rosita. Don't be scared, Pablito. The bed is old and it creaks. That's all." Then Rosita took her dog, Cucho, to play with them under the bed. But as they played, the bed creaked. "Yikes!" shouted Rosita. "Yo!" yelled Pablito. "Woof!" barked Chucho. And Grandma said, "Don't be scared, Rosita. Don't be scared, Pablito. Don't be scared, Chucho. The bed is old and it creaks. That's all." Then Rosita took her cat, Blanquita, to play with them under the bed. And as they played, the bed creaked. "Yikes!" shouted Rosita. "Yo!" yelled Pablito. "Woof!" barked Chucho. "Meow!" meowed Blanquita. And Grandma said, "Don't be scared, Rosita. Don't be scared, Pablito. Don't be scared, Chucho. Don't be scared, Blanquita. The bed is old and it creaks. That's all." Then Rosita took her mouse, Quesito, to play with them under the bed. But as they played, the bed creaked. "Yikes!" shouted Rosita. "Yo!" yelled Pablito. "Woof!" barked Chucho. "Meow!" meowed Blanquita. "Eek!" squeaked Quesito. And Grandma said, "Don't be scared, Rosita. Don't be scared, Pablito. Don't be scared, Chucho. Don't be scared, Blanquita. Don't be scared, Quesito. The bed is old and it creaks. That's all." Just then, Grandpa walked into the house. He was tired and wanted to rest, so he sat down on the bed, and then, crash went the bed. "Yow!" yelped Grandpa. "Yikes!" shouted Rosita. "Yo!" yelled Pablito. "Woof!" barked Chucho. "Meow!" meowed Blanquita. "Eek!" squeaked Quesito. "Ha, ha, ha!" laughed Grandma. Nobody ever played under that bed ever again. Wow, that was quite a story. So let's take a look. What details do you remember in this story? There's some big things that you might remember. You might remember that they were playing under the bed. You might remember that there are lots of characters in this book. Remember, we had Rosita, we had Pablito, we had Chucho, we had Blanquita, and then we had Quesito. Yeah, that's 5 characters were in there. Let's see. So 5 characters were there, and they also had Grandma and Grandpa, right? So actually that would be 7. I'll take that back. So we had 7 characters. And let's see, they were playing under the bed. They always heard the creak, but what would Grandma say? She always said it. What did she say? "The bed is old and it creaks. That's all," right? So Grandma always says, the bed is old and creaks. That's all. And she said it with an exclamation point too. Now let's see, what was one last big detail from this book? What happened at the end? That's right. The bed finally broke. Oh man, that's a big detail from this book. So we learned from reading our story these key details: that they were playing under a bed, not on top, that there were 7 characters, that Grandma always said, the bed is old and creaks. That's all. She told them not to be scared, right? But then at the end, what was the biggest detail? That the bed broke. That's right. So, my friends, let's take a look at your predictions. Was your prediction right? I hope that it was. And if it wasn't, that's okay. That's why we're learning about predictions, right? Thinking about what might happen in a story. Now, let's take a look at our vocabulary word. Our vocabulary word this week is feel. A lot of times we use the words I feel, and then we tell about our emotions. So let's go ahead and read this book, and I want you to help me with my sight word I, okay? And after we do that, I want you to stop and think about how you're feeling right now, okay? So let's read, and then we'll think about how you feel right now. I feel my emotions. I feel happy. I feel mad. I feel sad. I feel excited. I feel nervous. I feel surprised. Ooh, lots of things can be surprising. So I want you to think about these feelings: surprised, nervous, excited, sad, mad, and happy. And I want you to stop and think, how are you feeling today? Can you finish that sentence? I feel. I hope it's a positive feeling. And if it's not a positive feeling, that's okay. And I hope your day gets better. But I hope that soon it'll be a positive feeling. So I will finish my sentence. I feel excited because I get to teach you, and that makes me happy. I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for joining me in our ELA lesson.